Hello, hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Calling You to Joy podcast. I'm Sharon Svensson Hypnosis. How would you like to feel good no matter what? Wouldn't that be nice to not have outside conditions control you? I think of a woman that came in to see me and she shared, I have been depressed my whole life. She blamed her mom and her grandma and told me what a lousy childhood she'd had. And I asked her, are you willing to feel good? Are you willing to go to thoughts of appreciation? Wouldn't that be nice? And she said, yeah, I do. I want to feel good. I want to feel appreciation. I want to wake up feeling glad to be alive. And so in hypnosis, I help guide her not to highlight and focus on how the different people in her life had failed her, but to focus on good memories, soft memories, joyful memories, playful memories. And she cried throughout the session because she was inundated with things that she had forgotten about. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't remember. And she had remembered all these beautiful memories with her grandma, beautiful times with her mother that she had forgotten. And so often, most of us are guided to judge, to judge how people have failed us or let us down. And this is what I know, that life, God, universe, infinite intelligence, source, divine energy, joy energy, whatever you want to label or call it, can support us. Are you willing? Are you willing to look at things differently, to give yourself relief and comfort? I think of one client that came to me that felt so upset about their parent that had let them down. And as we sifted through it, how they felt let down was because the parent was absent from their life. And I asked the client, it's like, truly, did you want to be part of your father's life when you're telling me that he did drugs and alcohol and was violent? Wouldn't you say it was a gift that he kept you out of his life? Wouldn't you say it was a gift that he gave you life, that he was an avenue for you to come into the world? Would you be willing to look at things differently, to notice instead how support and love came into your life in different ways? And today's Mother's Day, and I know for many, it can stir up trouble. Like, for instance, somebody that had a mother that they thought was so wonderful, and they're not there anymore. They transitioned into what I like to call pure positive love and light. And then they focus on the absence instead of the appreciation. Oh my gosh, how blessed was I? How lucky was I? Or I think of another parent that came that was estranged from their child, and things like Mother's Day brought up a lot of pain. It's like, well, would you be willing? Are you personally willing to shift your thinking, to look at things differently, to see things in a different way so that you're not giving yourself pain and suffering? And she said, yes, I'm willing. I would like that. I would like to not feel this hurt within. So from that space, she went to places that she remembered where she felt like a good mom. Like she shared, I created these beautiful trips that I took my child on, that she said many a time she loved, and she selectively focused and remembered positive memories. It's not up to the other person to make you feel love, to make you feel good about you, that there are people that shower others with love, but the other person doesn't hear it or receive it or accept it. So whether you're a mom or you're not a mom, this is for everybody to be open right now. Let me guide you into a hypnosis meditation where you give yourself permission to receive, so that when you think of the past, you can tap into this knowledge and this knowing that is within each and every one of us, that we don't have to wallow in the mud. We don't have to relive the past, because you know that you want to feel appreciation. You want to feel glad to be alive. You want to feel supported and loved and to feel good about yourself. And that power is within you. So join in with me. Find yourself a beautiful, comfortable space. If you're driving or doing anything where you really need to be conscious and alert to keep safe, like in the bathtub or operating heavy equipment, don't do this hypnosis meditation then. But if this is a beautiful time for you, find yourself, whether it's a place to lay down or just seated, but in a comfortable chair, and take a beautiful deep breath. Let the sound of my voice, imagine the sound of my voice relaxes the body, stills the mind, dropping deeper and deeper and deeper. Keep taking these beautiful deep breaths. It could be a sigh breath. It could be noisy. Maybe if you've done my self-hypnosis tutorials, you know the calm breath, 2 sharp inhales in through the nose and extended exhale and release out through the mouth. Whatever feels comfortable and right for you. Maybe you just breathe still, peaceful, just normally. Letting the sound of my voice, imagine it is settling the body, letting things go so comfortable, so relaxed, and feel this willingness. I'm willing to be that cooperative component in my own well-being. So often we are trained up to think it's supposed to come from others. Others are supposed to appreciate me. It was up to others to know what I needed or to do the right thing. Let's let in this soft energy, this loving energy. Let's joyfully receive what we want, which is to feel beloved, to feel safe, to feel at ease, to feel comfortable. Let the sound of my voice, imagine the sound of my voice settles the body. If your eyes aren't already closed, let your eyes close, or if it feels right to you, keep them open. Either way, you just can't get this wrong. Whether you just let the sound of my voice flow over you like a gentle sound of a stream. Maybe you hyper focus on my words. That's okay. I'm talking to that part of you, the part that I call the subconscious mind, that organic computer programming within. And that part of you, that whole self, that higher self that gets and understands. The past is the past. We don't have to relive it. We get to decide where we put our attention and focus. But it takes practice, just like you wouldn't listen to a radio channel that you hated if you had the ability to turn it off, or the ability to switch to a station that you wanted to listen to. Let the sound of my voice, imagine the sound of my voice is dropping the shoulders, loosening the neck, flooding the back with this cushioning, comfortable feeling, giving yourself permission to melt into the comfort, into the softness, into the well-being. This is what I know. You are lovable, that you do count, that other people have judged you as wrong or not good enough. You have judged others as wrong or not good enough. And that's okay. Welcome to the human race. But the beautiful deal is it's all lined up for us, that the past is in the past, that we can shift our focus so that we see things differently, softly, that switches from being a victim to being empowered. And this is what I know, that there's a lot of love out there, a lot of support, a lot of help, a lot of opportunities, that we all come from a limited place. We have limited abilities, limited bodies, but this is my knowing. You don't have to do it alone. You didn't come to be an island unto yourself. Feel this willingness. I think of a client who came from a place of hating her father. And he was gone. He was dead, what I call. He transitioned into pure positive love and light. Energy never ever dies. My knowing we're eternal, infinite beings. But whatever your belief, you don't have to have my beliefs to go to this expansive, beautiful, uplifting place where you feel good, where you feel loved, taken care of, supported, provided for by life. And she was able, by selectively focusing, by willing to shift her perspective in hypnosis, to start to see things differently. Like, first acknowledge, he gave me life. He contributed to my life. I was born. I was the avenue that helped create me, and to appreciate that. And then she was able to appreciate and notice, oh my gosh, some of the things that I am passionate about and love, he introduced to me. This isn't about liking what you don't want to like. Feel this willingness. I'm willing to see things differently. Or I think of another client who had complaints like, oh, my mom was a terrible cook, as if that was a reason to dislike or despise her or feel like their mom was a failure. It's like and then as we sifted through it, found out she worked long hours to provide food on the table, to provide housing and education and all these beautiful things. And to see the beauty that came from that. It's like his desire was to have good meals, that in so many different ways he learned to cook and learned to value different ways to cook things. And it opened up his mind. And it feels so good to let go of so many things that we think we have to judge, as if that was a personal failure, that that person wasn't a good cook. Feel this willingness to be selective. I invite you to own your own life during our time. Let me guide you into a deeper, open, receptive, and allowing state. I think of adopted people that have come to me and felt angry and mad about their mom that gave them away. Instead of going to that place of feeling appreciative that they were adopted, that their parents chose them, to appreciate that feeling of feeling wanted, to appreciate that a parent who didn't think they had whatever the reasons, the mental ability, the focus, the resources to love them enough to let them go, to give them away. And we can go to a place of making up beliefs about parents that make us feel awful, or we can give them the benefit of the doubt. We can make up things that make us feel good. The past is the past. It is done. It is history. So again, I call you to the joy, call you to show up for yourself. And let's do that right now. Let the sound of my voice settle the body. Feel things getting so super relaxed and comfortable. I call to your higher perspective, to the wisdom that's within you, that's always there, always on tap, always available, that can melt away the resistance. You didn't come to be perfect. It feels so hard to have these standards for others that we couldn't even meet ourselves. To be willing to look at yourself softly, to love yourself, to know that you did the best that you could, given your knowledge, wisdom, and abilities. That the beautiful deal is we're not supposed to be islands unto ourselves or to be God to other people. Things can work out in all kinds of different ways. So many of us are holding on to things like guilt and shame and heaviness, thinking that we failed or let others down. And that just doesn't serve you. You want to be able to show up for this life, to be able to love fully and joyfully and freely, to become that better version of yourself. So let's let go. Let go of guilt or shame or feelings of feeling not good enough. You didn't come to prove yourself. You didn't come to have it all figured out again and again. I have had clients share. Can you believe this? My parent had health issues or mental health issues or this limiting idea or belief. It's like, yeah, welcome to the human race. That they're in good company, so do you. And let that be okay. You don't have to be perfect to thrive, to have life work for you. That so many have come to this conclusion that, oh, I let my kids down because I couldn't make my marriage work. I divorced, or I failed them, or I stayed in my marriage, or this or that. Here's the beautiful deal. The past is the past. It is done. It is history. And that's available for all of us. That we can shift and change and evolve and grow. And oftentimes we're not somebody else's teacher. Somebody else can channel in their guidance and support. That one of the best things that I can do for somebody going through a divorce that feels this sense of heaviness or guilt or shame is to help them release that, to let that go. And that serves their kids, giving them the message. This can work out. It can work out in all kinds of different ways. It doesn't have to look like this. And we have so many different kinds of families and situations, whether you were raised in foster care, whether you had adopted parents. Just feel this willingness, willing to let go, to let go of what you didn't have control over, to let go. You did the best that you could, given your knowledge, wisdom, and abilities. And you just don't have to focus on the past that you didn't like living in the first place. We want to move forward and utilize the wisdom and the clarity and the guidance that was born from living experiences that we don't want to repeat, that we don't like, that we want to feel more empowered. And we don't have to wallow in the mud puddle. You fall in the mud puddle, and your preference is to be dry and clean. You don't have to relive the experience so you don't repeat it again. You don't have to wallow in the mud. You don't have to remember hating being yelled at or accused of things that you didn't want, to know that that's not what you want, so that when we let go of having to fixate and wallow and relive and experience those experiences, then we can just focus on the wisdom, where we know when to walk away, to protect ourselves, when to step forward, when we feel uncomfortable, but it's just fears or anxieties that are calling for soothing and relief, because we know it's the right path. It's that beautiful space where we trust in life, where we don't know how it's all going to come together or how it's all going to work out, but it feels good to feel optimistic. So keep taking those beautiful breaths, letting the sound of my voice relax the body, still the mind, dropping deeper and deeper and deeper. Imagining a river of light coming from above, filled with infinite, unconditional love. I have experienced the beauty of just feeling such love for my mom. It was really in my later years where I started to let go, of the judgments or the belief that there was something wrong with her, that she had held me back in any way. I started to see in different ways what I called her failures had given me clarity and wisdom about how I wanted to live life. And then I started to be able to see all the blessings and the beauty and the wonderful things she had gifted and given to me with her focus, living her life. I've seen again and again people change their relationship with their childhood and feel this willingness to let go, to highlight the memories. So a sense of, we're watching a film with only highlighted, joyful, happy memories. So let me guide you. Imagining every time you listen to this recording, you let go. You let go of the belief that you are supposed to be God, that it's up to you to make everybody's lives go well, whether it's your children's or siblings, or as a partner, a spouse, a significant other. Let it go, let it go, let it go. That you weren't supposed to be an island unto yourself. You weren't supposed to do this all alone. None of us are an island unto ourselves. It is normal to be needy. You need oxygen. You need support. You need help. You didn't probably build your own home or manufacture all the different parts that created your abode. You didn't probably manufacture and build your own car or grow all your own food. Chances are you're interdependent. You didn't come to do this alone. Just feel this openness to receive. And when I say receive good memories, soft memories. Let the sound of my voice melt your body into a comfortable, comfortable state. And going to memories, memories that just feel good. Memories in childhood when you felt supported, when you felt loved. It could be a tender moment when a grandma was brushing your hair, cuddling with you, reading a book. It could be a moment where you were giggling and laughing and playing with a childhood friend. It could be a moment when maybe a mom made you a favorite meal or created something for you, sewed you an outfit, created a good dinner. It could be a memory when you just felt supported, where you were caretaken during an illness, mom rubbing a back or a caretaker just holding you, hugging you. It could be a moment where a teacher reached out to you, where you felt supported, felt loved. So, this is selective memories, like highlighting something on a dark stage, spotlighting a moment, an event. Feel this willingness. Yes, I'm willing to remember good memories, joyful memories, playful memories, happy memories, not conditional on if it's still in your life, not conditional if there's other bad memories that outweigh that. Feeling good makes you more clear-minded. Feeling good and going to those memories where you felt loved and supported, when you felt joyful, you felt creative, you felt playful, you felt happy, bless and serve you, so that we can free up our energy to heal and restore our bodies. We can free up our energy to focus on goals and dreams and living our best life. In fact, we can take more inspired action where we see more possibilities. This can serve you every time you listen to this. Just drop into the deep, beautiful memories. Memories from when you were a child that felt happy, that felt joyful, that felt satisfying, that felt good. This isn't a grocery store list of words, it's feelings. It's like I have beautiful memories of playing in the sandbox, feeling the fun of the dry sand and then the wet sand, and feelings of playing with Legos that just felt just fun and creative and exploratory. Go to good memories, highlight, gift yourself good feelings. Let it soak into the cells of your body, opening your heart, relaxing, breathing easy, dropping deeper and deeper and deeper, letting the sound of my voice drop you into this beautiful, open, receptive state where you focus, where you highlight good memories, good feelings, giving yourself permission when you think of yourself to think of your strengths, your abilities, the things that you offered up and gave to others, to feel good about yourself. Whether it's as a mom or a dad or a sibling or a human being, we have the power within. We get to decide. We get to highlight what we want to highlight. And here's the beautiful deal. The more we do, the more we're more open and receptive to evolve, to grow. The more and more we remember it's okay. We're not supposed to be perfect. We're not supposed to have it all together, that nobody appointed us their God. And what a relief, because we're all human. We're going to mess up. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to fail. We're going to let people down. I continue and you continue to learn, to evolve, to grow. That's okay. That's okay. Other people's good can be channeled to them, that you're not responsible to provide everything for, whether it's your kids or your neighbors, that their good can channel to them in different ways, that we can't support and help others, and we're not supposed to. Let life provide, but it can be fun. It can be fun to be kind, to support others, to support ourselves, to show up for ourselves. Every time you listen to this recording, let yourself drop into a beautiful feeling of watching a movie, going beyond my words, dropping into a deep, allowing, receptive state where you just feel these different memories come to you that feel good, that feel like kindness and support and loving, that make you feel backed up and supported and loved, that make you feel good about yourself. All right. So go ahead and maybe take one more breath, start to come back into this time and space, back into your body. If it's time to drop into a deep healing sleep where you soak up and enjoy more beautiful memories, then go deeper and deeper. If it's time for you to come about your day, to wake up, to get things done, feel your body become awake and alive, but taking with it that beautiful, relaxed feeling on whatever level you experienced it. And if you didn't experience a relaxed feeling, don't make that a big deal. That part of you that I was talking to was your subconscious mind, and what I call your higher self, that part of you that knows your wholeness, that has that wisdom and that clarity within, that's there and available. So don't make it a big deal. That relaxation can take time. Sometimes we're in that place where we can drop into it easily. Sometimes we're not, but the work has been done. If you showed up for yourself, there have been positive changes. All right. Thank you for joining me. If you're interested in working with me more deeply, I offer free discovery sessions every month. There's a limited amount, so sign up for them as quickly as you can. I do individual sessions and mastery of joy packages to help you fast forward those positive changes that you desire and want in your life. And I have all kinds of beautiful self-hypnosis tutorials so that you can become that hypnotist in your own life, that you can take yourself into that hypnotic state and redirect and pause and access the better part of you, your wisdom, your knowledge. It's a beautiful tool that you can use to heal and support yourself. And then I have subliminal hypnosis recordings and sleep hypnosis recordings and my Joy Shot podcast that you can check out that has these uplifting tutorials to give you a dose of hypnosis to make you happy that are 5 to 12 minutes long. All right. Thank you for joining me. Blessings and love.